Hey guys, welcome back to the Hat House. I got another box. We're gonna open it, go through and see if we can find some more bangers. Definitely talk about a bunch of hats. There's 100 hats in this box. I make it go as quick as possible. It came in time that we're gonna get to put some of these hats on Whatnot too. So hopefully there's some good ones in here. I'm sure there are. Let's check it out right now and let me know which one's your favorite down in the comments. I always like knowing what everybody likes because there's a lot of different opinions out there. One last thing before we rip into this box. I'm going to share at the end of this video a couple of my most asked questions. You'll want to check that out. It's going to be a great way to connect and some information you need as a hat seller. So let's get to the box. Some of my favorites, vintage fishing hat right here. This brand is Solarwear. I've never seen this brand before. Definitely an older 90s fishing hat. And an awesome Gore-Tex Columbia vintage hunting hat. Love getting these hats right here. It's a pretty good size too. I think it's large. So really good hunting hat. The different camo patterns can do really well. Since it's Columbia, I would want to be $30, $40 on this. Kind of sucks hunting season's over, but it's good that it's still cold. And I can't stand getting these. These are like the shells. There's a fleece lining that goes on the inside of these vintage Columbia hats. If it has the fleece lining along with the shell, then they sell pretty good for 20 bucks. But these are just the shells. Sometimes they will sell. They take forever to sell. Not my favorite thing to find in a box. Nice looking Stormy Chrome right here. It is women's, so probably closer to the $20 range, but it is in beautiful condition. Like finding Stormy Chrome hats, the men's definitely sells for a little bit more and faster, but this one is really nice. I'll probably try to keep it over $20 to $30. Nice little Stormy Chrome. Lululemon, they do okay. It just depends. This is a pretty cool color, but $10, $15, $20 sometimes. They'll do better in the spring and then they're in the workouts season. So pretty cool little Lululemon hat. And a Nike, this one's actually a panel hat. So this will do a little bit better. They've been selling really fast, especially the women's panel hats have been doing better. Nike selling for $20, almost like that. A lot of times I see them going out to the freight forwarding companies. So they're going overseas somewhere. I think a lot of them go to South America actually. This one's kind of newer though, but still nice little panel Nike hat. All right, let's see what we got in here. Nice New Era. This is a good logo right here for the Mariners. You don't see that logo very often, so I get this one cleaned up, shaped up. I think it'll be over 20, definitely. It's a nice little side patch on it too. Nice Mariner logo. Travis Mathew, golf sucks. I might keep this one because I suck at golf and golf does suck. Basic Carhartt, good condition though. Almost like new. Here's a nice ski hat. I think that's like a ski lift right here. Winter 23, 2014. Not sure. This might be a ski lodge or a skiing hat. Really good shape. Might look it up. I'm sure that's a $20 hat though. Snapback, fleece, panel, ski, all those good things. Is it Winter Park maybe? 50 years? Not sure, but I'll figure it out. It'll be a good hat. Patagonia, if that's a company logo, this is probably not that good. So when people slap the company logos on the Patagonias, they don't really sell that well. But I'm pretty sure that probably is a company logo, so good. Got to really look at these American Needles that have this leather on the inside. They really do not, they weren't very well made. Most of this leather will come off. This one is probably not going to survive. I probably wouldn't have picked it up just because I know the shape that it's in. I wish I wouldn't have got this one because all that leather will flake out of the inside. If you do wash it, this will get everywhere for one on all the other hats. And then it probably just, all that will come off right there. So it's probably better just to throw this one in the trash. Don't really like it in my box. Nice little vintage Nike Golf. Vans is okay, just not great. These Van hats, 10 to 15 bucks. Boston New Era. And this is what we're looking for right here. This is a good Italian World Cup. Usually they have a date on them. Yeah, 94 94 Italian World Cup. Don't see it Italy very often. This is probably a really good one. If I'm going to guess right here, $40, $50. If it's get it super clean, super shaped up, maybe more. That's my guess on the top of my head. But yeah, it's made by Apex. Great vintage brand right there. Score. Next up, pretty cool Raiders with this big Raiders side on over here. It is a New Era Flex Fit though, but still should sell pretty quick. Nice big Raiders logo. REI fleece hats, $39.30. Here's a vintage New Era Diamond Collection wool hat. Gonna take a lot of shaping and cleaning. Diamond Collection usually does a lot better as far as the vintage. The bad thing about this one is no size, so that's gonna be tough. Hopefully when I get it shaped up and stretched back out that I have a good size gauge on it. All right, regular Nike. This one I will probably throw in the Oxy. What I do is I put all my white hats in one thing, and then I do all my Oxy at the same time. And I just get a collection of white hats until I get it built up, and then I do all the Oxy on the whites. Oh, there's another Seal Athletics. This is a nice one, beautiful shape. Just a regular blue, 30 to 40, I would guess. Nice Kenworth hat, just needs a little cleaning, shaping. Kenworth always does awesome. I'm thrilled about just a basic Callaway in this box. Check out this Billabong hat. I think we're actually looking at yard sale sticker. I think we're actually looking at a vintage Billabong here. Can't really see the tag. Look how old that tag is in there. I'll have to, I don't want to rip it off. I'm going to take a little time so I don't rip this tag off when I rip the duct tape off. But I think it's vintage Billabong. That might be really good if I get it shaped up. That's a pretty cool logo. Vintage surf stuff really does well. I say, well, 20, 30 bucks, I would guess, on this one, unless somebody famous wore it at one point, but I don't think so. Regular Washington Flex Fit, basic Patagonia, Pink Floyd newer. Yeah, just basic Pink Floyd. They sell, just not for a lot. At least that's a cleaner Patagonia. All right, minor league guys. I don't have all the minor leagues. I just know when I see one, I'm like, yeah, that's a minor league. Do I know the exact team? Not always. But this one is minor league. Can't think of the name of, I'm sure it's some Tar Heels type thing. They're probably from North Carolina if I was going to guess. Oh, Aqua Socks. There it is. It's on the back. Bailed me out. Aqua Socks. That makes sense. Blue socks. Aqua Socks. All right, next up. Imogene and Willie. Nashville. 292 5005. Don't know the significance of that or if that's really cool. It's a nice little patch hat though. Made in USA tag. This one is newer, but I'm not sure the significance on the patch. It could be really cool. It might not. Dallas Cowboys, 47, regular Flex Fit. We got another Seattle Mariners with the Trident logo. It's going to need a lot of cleaning. Jordan hats. Have you ever noticed that whenever you find Jordan hats, whether it's at the bins or anywhere I find Jordan hats, 99% of the time they're youth. I'm going to guess this one's probably youth too. It feels kind of small. And yes, 4 to 7. But I always be finding youth Jordan hats. No adults ever lose their Jordan hats. But kids just do not care about their Jordan hats. Seattle Seahawks, 59.50. Another Nike Featherlight. Well, here we go. This is going to be a good one. Rock Till You Drop Tour Def Leppard. That's pretty cool. I don't come across much Def Leppard stuff. The problem is I think it's newer. Maybe a reprint. This is not a vintage tag. So maybe a reprint Def Leppard. Still pretty cool. Probably 10 or 15 bucks, but too bad it's newer. White's Boots Spokane. I've done pretty well on White's Boots stuff actually. I've had like a canvas hat that sold pretty well. Just gotta get this one shaped up. I don't know. I think it's wrestling. I mean, I think that's the WWF logo on the back right there. Nice wrestling hat. This one could be really good. Has a signature on the side. Don't know whose logo that might be, but wrestling hats never pass up the wrestling stuff for sure. Glad to get a lot of minor league though. There's another minor league hat. No name on the back to bail me out this time. Steph Curry hat. A lot of times these are used too. I don't know. Kids always lose their Steph Curry and Jordan hats. Yeah, it's youth. Another vintage diamond collection. Look at that big logo on the Blue Jay right there. Diamond collection, vintage new era. This one still has the size. Hard to read. 7 1/8, I think, though. Check out this vintage Phillies, kids Phillies. Really great shape. It's a beautiful little hat for kids. Armani Exchange always does really well for me. $20, usually easy, usually fast. I always pick up the Armani Exchange stuff. It is usually a super quick flip. New York Islanders, another fleece hat. Man, I've got a lot of fleece hats in lately. Vintage 80s. Just depends on how clean and shaped up I can get this. Angels in the outfield. That logo can do better, especially during that time period. Very nostalgic. Angels from the 80s, 90s time period with the Angels in the outfield. Here's a vintage, maybe not vintage, probably Y2K actually. Stussy. I don't know if it's on purpose I think that is. Still going to take a lot of cleaning. Looks like there's no fabric on top of this button, but that might be the way that it was made. But nice little Stussy hat here. Always does better on eBay than Whatnot. Whatnot does not respect the Stussy hats. I'll tell you that right now. So I usually always just take these to eBay for 30 bucks. Nice little older fleece red hook. It's a brewery hat. Nice little beer hat right here. Sample. I like it. Varna. Still got the cardboard in it. And it is different. I've never seen this one. But I probably wouldn't pick it. That's Varna stuff up. Regular North Face. Truck fit can do okay. Nothing too special. I am glad it's camo. And it is a nice panel hat. So this one will probably do pretty well. Pendleton. Nice Pendleton hat here. This one's all about how well I can get it cleaned up. And there's not too much damage. And the leather's in good condition on the back. Nice little Pendleton fleece hat. Check out this North Face corduroy. This one looks really cool. I don't think it's ever really been worn. It looks brand new on the inside. Still got all the tags. Corduroy North Face. Don't see that often. Nice North Face hat. Basic polo. Green usually does really well. These do a lot better coming up in the spring, especially when you get bright spring colors like the yellow, the pinks, the greens. We're moving out of the kind of the earth tone colors to the fall colors and the winter colors. As soon as we can get back to spring, we will definitely be doing better on the brighter colors. Okay, this Jayhawks Adidas hat. Another band hat. Led Zeppelin. This one's actually on New Era and the Led Zeppelin tag. So don't see that very often. Usually they're on their own tags. They don't put them on New Era hats. So might look that one up, but that'll sell fast. Texas Rangers, another nice Texas Rangers, vintage Texas Rangers made by Annie. I don't know if that's Anco, not sure, but nice vintage Texas Rangers. This is the Fitzroy Fish Patagonia. Same thing. If we can get it really clean, it can be 15 bucks, but if not, it's a $10 hat. Los Angeles Dodgers, another regular Patagonia. Oakland A's. I'll take all the A stuff right now. 7.5, great size. Here's a good one. Always like picking up the AW84. Nice Nike AW84 hat right here. It looks kind of small. I'll have to try it on after I get it cleaned up. But AW84 always does really well on the lightweight hats. Closer to the $30 range. And it's a really cool pattern too, so that really helps. Vintage Gators, wool on the Legacy right here. Late 90s hat. Look at this Texas Rangers. Getting some good Texas Rangers stuff. That one will shape up and look pretty good. Look at the logo on that. It is, apparel one makes good vintage hats. This one should shape up nicely and has a great logo on it. Vintage Braves, trucker. I don't know. Sometimes you look up these specialty New Era hats. Look at this, Fred Segal. Don't know who he may be, but you just never know. I always pick up these specialty tags on New Era hats because sometimes they're $50, $100 hats. You just don't know. This one might be $10, but it's always worth the chance to pick up these when they get branded in here next to the New Era. and they have a really cool tag. I would always pick that up just on the chance that it's a really, really good one. Never come across Fred Segal though, but we'll see. Oh, Panthers doesn't do great, but it is Carhartt 47 brand Panthers, the Carhartt collab with NFL or college, $30, $40. You're usually the only one that has one on eBay. So, and if they're not available on the website, then I usually ask $40 or $50 for them and leave them that way for a while. And then I usually don't take less than 30. Vintage REI fleece, lots of winter hats. Got to get them listed. Tacoma Rainiers, another minor league. Can't complain about that. Here's Sports Specialties. It is fitted though, in a pretty good size, 7 3/8. It's a really old Sports Specialties tag right there. Has some moth holes, definitely been worn a ton, but vintage Sports Specialties fitted. Florida Marlins. Oh boy, Jordan hat, usually 20 bucks, and I think it's adult, so winning. Gonna take a little work to get this one cleaned up, but nice little Arizona Diamondbacks, vintage Diamondbacks. Another Michelob hat. I like that one. Take a little more work than the other one that I got, but it's a good looking Michelob hat. Bill's still good. Snaps are good. That'll be good. Oh no, these aren't easy to get rid of. Dixie, the closest things to heaven. I don't know. I haven't had a Confederate flag in a long time on a hat. So I don't know the temperature of the room right now on this stuff. Honestly, I probably will just hold on to it for now. I probably won't list it. It's just usually not worth it. A lot of times it gets taken down. I don't think you can use Confederate flag YouTube might even flag me at this point. But I don't know if you can use it as a keyword or, I don't know. If anybody knows out there or has gotten in trouble for selling these lately, let me know what eBay is doing about this stuff. I probably definitely won't put it on eBay. Another like Players Inc. Player Union hat. That's crazy. I had one last time. National Football League Players. Drew Pearson. That's a pretty cool little hat right there. Somebody will want that. Probably a former player. Another Jordan hat. Hit the mother load on Jordan hats. All right, minor league guys. I don't know that one. Check that out. Never seen that one. It's definitely older, on the new era, early 2000s, late 90s. New era fitted. B, minor league with a B. Another World Cup hat. Probably will go ahead and put this one to the Oxy test. Needs a lot of cleaning. I'll put it with the whites and the Oxy. That's a good one though. Check out that Adidas spell out on the back. Vintage US Ski Team usually does pretty good. Not sure what this is. Maybe they had it on here to keep it when they were skiing, to keep it from flying off. So I have to take that off, but this is kind of like velvet. Oh, Bula. Oh, this one might be pretty darn good. Yeah, that's a good vintage brand right there. Bula, they had a lot of good vintage stuff. Get that cleaned up. US Ski Team stuff usually does pretty good. Oh yeah, here we go. Zima, this will sell super fast. It's very nostalgic. This one's actually vintage. I sold a remake Zima like in 24 hours a couple days ago. And it sold for like $12 or $15. I don't know. This one is true. This one's really vintage. So it may be worth a little bit more. I may be wanting $30 to $40, maybe $50 for this. I didn't see any vintage Zima at the time. All I saw was the remake stuff. So if I have the only Zima hat out there, it might cost you $50. Vintage John Deere. Just need some shaping. Here's another Stussy hat. Man, these Stussy hats always look like they have been through hell and back by the time I get them. This one's torn on the side back here, but there's still usually a market for these. Look, somebody tried to sew it back on, or it's been ripped off. Man, it's going to take a lot of work. I don't know if it'll be worth it. Probably not, because it's bent too, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try to put it back together. Last row. We got a nice vintage Auburn hat. I don't know who UD might be. It's usually, I don't know. Who's UD or DU? Red and white? Delaware? I don't know. 7 1/4. Nice 5950 Sailor Mariners. The Carhartt. These are getting vintage now. I mean, Reebok hasn't had the NFL license for a while. These still just don't sell that great, especially unless they're in really great condition. But probably wouldn't pick these up. Just like $10 hats. Here's a for REI. This one's pretty cool. Nice kind of a duckbill REI. Nice print. Nice little fishing hat right here. All right, guys, this is for the thumbnail. Nice Shockwave Green Bay. Green Bay does okay. There's a lot of these out there. The Green Bay stuff is pretty plentiful, but Shockwave's still really cool. Really cool hat right here. Starter Shockwave. Gonna have to get some new snaps for it. It did have the old starter snaps on it. Yeah, hopefully I can get some snaps for it by the time we get to the whatnot. It's gonna take me a minute. I gotta track down some green snaps. Very nice. This is called the Shockwave though. Starter. Other teams can be worth a lot more. Green Bay does okay, but some of these go really hard. Just depends on how many are out there of each team. Nice Nike with the mesh on it. These usually sell faster for a little bit more. Beautiful neon color too. Vintage Chicago Bulls snapback. AJD. Look at this. Check out this on the back. Bulls on the back. This will be a really good one. It should clean up pretty good. Nice snapback. Vintage Bulls. It's pretty cool. Green. New Balance. It's a very well-made hat. Probably won't sell for a lot, but it's a really nice one. Commercial. Just glad it's camo. It'll make it sell faster. We got a Cardinals Flex Fit 3930. Oh no, that says Redbirds. We might have another minor league team here. I have to look it up. I thought it was Arizona Cardinals. Then an older Titleist Sub Pop. I have looked this one up before. I am gonna look it up. I think it's Skater, or maybe it's a record label. I'm gonna look it up. All right, what did you have? It is a record label. Mainly big in the 90s. Nice little record hat here. Cool little pin on it as well. This one will sell really well. Super dirty Arc'teryx. Hope it comes clean. That's an easy $30 bill, but super, super dirty. This was the Nike panel hats that I was talking about. Really cool colors, selling really well. This one is a little older, Y2K-ish, but the black and the white ones are selling for 15, but really cool colors are 20 to 25. Seattle Sounders usually doesn't too hot for me. Vintage Baroid. Not sure. It looks kind of like a oil rig, maybe a TV antenna or a radio antenna. Sure. Minnesota Twins. Usually the M logo does better than the TC logo. This one is older though, size 7, kind of small. So I wish it was the M logo. Nice little chevron hat. Still got all the foam, great condition. We got a Green Bay fitted. Not awesome. Tanko, environmental protection. The worst is when they just start to come out. I wish it would either all come out or not come out at all, but you can see that it's kind of starting to come out, the foam on this one. So hopefully it all comes out and then I can just reshape it. But when it's just half in, half out, and it won't all come out, that's when they're really a big pain to clean out. Oh, and it has a cracked bill. So always gotta check the bill, always gotta check the snaps, always gotta check the foam. So this one's probably no bueno. So what do we do in that situation? I usually take the patch off, save the patches, sell the patches later, and then I will take this, if the snaps are good, take the snaps, and then hopefully find an orange hat that'll go with. Hey guys, I wanted to use the end of the video to answer 2 of the most common questions that I get. The first one is, where do I get the boxes to ship out all these hats? I'm going to put a link at the end here, and you can click on that link. It'll take you to eBay. It shows the most popular box that I like to use, but you can also find the links to the other boxes that I use down in the description of the video. There's also a video about the boxes if you want to watch it. The second most asked question that I get is, where do I source hats? Well, I've started a community of hat sellers. It's called the Hat House Network, and I'm going to start showing off some of these sellers here at the end of the video. A lot of them sell on Whatnot, some sell on eBay, some sell on Instagram, but it's just a way to connect and start finding other people. Some of them sell hats in bulk, some of them sell one-off hats. It's just a great way to start connecting the community of hat buyers. So you can kind of find them that are scattered all across the different platforms. If you want to be featured on the Hat House Network and at the end of one of these videos,
then make sure you hit me up on Instagram. It's always the best place to get a hold of me. Just message me there, and then we can work you into a future ending of the video. Until then, check out these other great guys and gals and their pages on Instagram and other places. And let's connect and keep building the hat community and source some great hats.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up for another amazing banger by Lex Blaze and Daddy Paul. Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn the shoot to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geek, yo. Need to get girl with an extremely deep. See 6 midgets that be fighting, juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling. Babes, boyfriend is acting like a clown. Know what's going down every time that we are down. Take a look through the peephole, yo. Everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them neeks know that we turn the club into a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to freak.